guys, so I'm going to show you how to set up your lab. So first of all, you need to make sure that you have your lab kit. So your lab kit should have something that looks like this. So you should have 2 strips of paper in it. You should have your ping pong ball, you should have your pink paper, and then you should have your flower. If you don't have these, then you have to let us know ASAP because these are all very important materials. You'll also need some tape. Any kind of tape is fine. So the first thing you want to do is take out your colored piece of paper because this is where you're going to experiment on. You want to open it up. Try to flatten it out as much as possible because the creases are going to make it more challenging for you to do the experiment, and you want it on a nice flat surface. Okay. I feel like I'm on a cooking show, so welcome to Cooking with Ms. Fung. We are making asteroid craters today. Delicious. Okay, so next what you're going to do is you're going to take out your strip of paper that looks like this. It has directions on it. These directions say, tape the edge of the paper to the dotted line to make a ring and make sure the top and bottom of the ring are flat and even. So please follow those directions. So go ahead and take this, and you're going to bring it all the way around to the dotted line like this. And you want to make sure that it's nice and flat and even because this is the ring that's going to be holding your flower. You don't want flour to seep out the bottom. So make sure that it's lined up well so that everybody has the exact same size container for these flower experiments. And then you're going to take a piece of tape and you're just going to tape it down so that it stays flat. Okay, and just double check when you set it on a piece of paper, you want to make sure that it's flat, okay? So after that, your lab kit also contains a ruler inside of it. I already actually prepped mine, but yours has a little bit of excess paper on this side, and it also has a little bit of excess paper on this side. So you are going to need a pair of scissors, and you want the ruler to be flush. So here it says 0 on yours, so you need to cut off the excess paper so that it really actually starts at 0, so that when you measure things, it's measured perfectly. On the flip side, you also are going to have a little bit of excess paper over on this end, so you do want to cut that off also so that you get a nice ruler that begins and at 0 and ends at 15. If you have extra paper sticking off of the edge, then you're going to have inaccurate measurements. Okay? All right, so you don't need this right now. You'll need it in a little bit. And then hang on to your ping pong ball. Don't let your cat get it. Don't let your dog get it because they're going to love ping pong balls, trust me. And then you do need your flour. Make sure you're doing this in a space that is okay to get a little bit messy because you're going to get a little bit messy. So what you want to do is carefully open your flour bag. Yes, carefully is the key word. Not like the ramen challenge where he just opened the bag and it flew everywhere. So what I would recommend is keeping most of the bag sealed, but just opening up the very little bit on the side. And then you're going to carefully pour the flour into your paper ring, like so. So it's going to be something like this, where you're pouring the flour in. Okay, so this is going to take me a little while because I'm doing it carefully, so I'm going to pause and come back. Okay, so I've filled my paper ring. Looks like this. So you can see there's a lot left over on the top, and I'm just going to go ahead and seal my plastic baggie so that none of that flour escapes. Okay. Or should I say lunar surface escapes. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is, now that you have your paper ring like this, oh sorry, earthquake. Okay, you're going to take your paper ruler or anything that's flat and even. A planer ruler would work really well. And now you're just going to start flattening it out and making sure that your ring is totally full of flour. Just like this. Da, 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 da. Okay, so you should have a nice, flat, even surface when you're all done. Look how beautiful my lunar surface is. Okay, also you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of excess flour all over the place. So get it as close to your paper ring as possible, and I will explain why once we start collecting data.